Today we are going to make this cute little duck design from Millie Designs. As you can see, I have made up two already. This one is just stuffed with wadding, and I've added a name to the front of this duck. This little one here I have left unstuffed and made out of two pieces of toweling to just be used as a washcloth in the bathtub. Our first step is to hoop up and put down our fabric for our feet and our beak. I have actually added in a little layer of quilting wadding just to give a little bit of thickness to the beak and the feet when they're finished. So that's my beak and my feet done. All I need to do now is to remove it from my hoop and cut around the outside of my stitching and turn them in the right way. So now I have cut out my beak and my feet and turned them in the right way. I just need to put them aside for a moment. I have put my main fabric that I'm going to use for my duck onto my hoop, right side up, because I'm using toweling. There is no right side with this one. And I'm ready to stitch the outline for my duck. This is where you will also add in a name, if you want to put a name or put a saying or write something else onto your duck, and I'll show you exactly when to stitch that in. For now we'll just stitch the outline. So now our outline is complete. Mine is just a little bit hard to see because I've used white thread on white fabric. The next step is to do our eyes. So because the toweling has a little bit of a pile to it, I have put some wash away over the top just to embroider the eyes to hold the pile down while our eyes are stitched out. So now our ducky has eyes. We are now going to move on to the shape that you have chosen to put onto your duck. This duck has the heart on it, and this one I'll be stitching the star. I have actually chosen a thread that actually matches the colour of the fabric that I'm going to use. After you have stitched the outline for your star or heart, you then need to place a small scrap piece of fabric over the top, right side up. I've secured mine with painter's tape, and this will be the fabric for our star. The next step completes our star. It will actually satin stitch all the way around the outside. As you can see, I have cut away the excess fabric from around the edges of my star, and I have cut in as close as possible to my stitching, with being careful not to actually snip through the stitching or through your toweling underneath. So now our star is completed. This is where you will now add in a name if you have chosen to put a name onto your duck. I have selected my lettering and put it onto the pattern to begin with, and my machine always adds the name as a final step. So I have had to skip through to that step so I could do my name, because once your duck is completed you cannot put the name on then, it needs to go on now. And I have once again taped a piece of wash away across the top of my toweling, and I have selected the colour thread that I want for my name. After stitching on your name, you need to then remember to skip your machine back to step 6, which will then stitch our placement lines for our beak and our feet. I have left in the dark coloured thread for now, just so that I can see my placement lines. Once your placement lines are on, you can then attach your feet and your beak. And I have secured mine with painter's tape. Your next step will secure your feet and your beak to your front fabric. Now that our beak and feet are attached, I have removed the painter's tape and I have then placed my backing fabric over the top, which I have secured with painter's tape all the way around. And this final step will stitch the backing fabric onto the front of our duck. Now that we have finished stitching the backing fabric onto our duck, all we need to do now is remove it from the hoop, cut around and trim the excess fabric off our duck, turn it in the right way, and then stuff it with some toy stuffing. So that's our duck all stuffed and stitched up. If you like, while you're stuffing your duck, you can insert one of these, just a little squeaker, or you can buy rattles and have that put inside the toy with your stuffing, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Or you can also buy some of that crinkly paper to go into the feet and beak. So that's our little duck toy from Millie Melly Designs. Thank you for watching.